The screen says I'm alive. I'm alive. This is Niels on Dynasty. Yeah, it's cold outside. Please like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium. Why not? And be kind, helpful, and grateful. Because it's a good thing to do. No one likes being a jerk. I don't watch the news. I don't have cable TV, so I don't know if they've reported on this. There was like a 7.3 earthquake over in Vanuatu, like 30 miles off the coast. Really devastating to them. This is a follow-up report. If they have not done any reports out there about this, this is what it's about. Number of dead and missing still unclear as first aid arrives in quake-hit Pacific nation of Vanuatu. Wellington, the New Zealand AP. Amid the havoc wrought by the violent earthquake 2 days earlier, Ivan Oswald and his staff at Namboana Cafe on an idyllic stretch of Vanuatu's waterfront prepared on Thursday for lunchtime. The menu is usually at usual. The menu for the usual lunchtime rush was replaced with defrosted sausage ready for the emergency crew workers who are still sifting through rubble, looking for those who are trapped alive or killed in flattened buildings, with a massive 7.3 jolt hit Port Vila Vanuatu's capital 48 hours earlier. 48 hours ago. Oh, didn't know about that. Search crews were joined Thursday by specialists arriving from waves of Australia, New Zealand, and France. Earthquakes are normal in the South Pacific nation made up of 80 islands, home to about 330,000 people. But Tuesday's terrifying shake was like nothing they had ever felt before, centered 30 kilometers or 19 miles offshore at a depth of about 57 kilometers or 35 miles. The quake has been followed by hundreds of rattling aftershocks. The death toll remains unclear. The government initially confirmed 14 deaths on Wednesday and said it had been verified by the hospital, but officials had expected the number would rise more than 200. They expected to rise, period. More than 200 injured were treated, and official figured not updated in more than a day. So that was like yesterday. On Thursday, telecommunications, which I'm sure was out for them, telecommunications were restored after a total blackout following the quake. It offered residents of Vanuatu answers about the scale of the damage and how many people were missing. As word got around that Namboana had power and independent internet sources, rescuers, tourists, and locals visited the charge devices and attempted to locate their relatives. We had a few tears, said Oswald, the cafe owner. I can't help with the rescue, but I can help with this. Let's see. Damage concentrated in the capital. The extent of the havoc became clearer on Thursday. The worst hit area of Port Vila's downtown, busy with lunchtime shoppers on Thursday. Some outlying islands and villages near the quake epicenter have experienced landslides. Infrastructure damage was extensive, including 2 hospitals, roads, buildings, 2 major water reservoirs, and gas pipelines. The United Nations officer for the coordination of humanitarian affairs said late on Wednesday response efforts were hampered by access problems, which means landslides. The massive landslides has blocked the seaport. Ooh, so they just got some more land because some of the land fell into the water. They'll flatten it out, build some houses, I'm sure. Massive landslide has blocked the seaport, limiting the transportation of essential supplies and personnel, the UN agency said. The airport was open for humanitarian use on Thursday, but the runway has been deemed operational, and the resumption of commercial flights will be considered on Friday, which would be tomorrow. Aid agencies told the Associated Press on yesterday, where am I at? Wednesday, that the biggest worries were about drinking water and shelter for those unable to return home. Main utility providers, UNELCO, said it would take 2 weeks to fully restore water services, according to Vanuatu Broadcasting and Television Corporation. While the search for survivors and recovery of bodies centered in the two collapsed buildings in the city center, homes and businesses throughout the port villa needed structural checks by engineers before they could be used again. Australian search experts on Thursday joined locals who had desperately dug for people yelling out from the crumbled buildings after dramatic rescues of the dust-covered survivors that lifted the spirits on Tuesday and Wednesday. The mood had become bleaker about the prospects of those trapped in the residence. The trapped set residents said. It was not known how many people remained in the buildings, the garages, and surf clothing stores. Among the dead were two Chinese nationals, according to the Chinese official Xinhua news agency, which cited the Gun Sinu, an official at the Chinese embassy in Vanuatu. Well, there you go. There's a lot more to read here, but I'm tired of reading it, and this has gone too long anyhow. I just wanted to bring you a quick update of what is going on over in Vanuatu after the biggest earthquake they've had in our lifetime. Hey, what's up there, Rand? Yeah, I'm in the stream. It was just a little short one, a little update about Vanuatu and the 7.3 earthquake that took place 19 miles off their coast and damaged their capital and collapsed buildings on people and whatnot. So, but I'm into the stream. I wanted to keep it short. I appreciate you being here very much, brother. And I will talk to everybody later. Again, I normally have a live stream on Sunday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then little shorts like this as I get news. You guys have a great evening. Bye-bye.